Hello guys and welcome to another locomotive review here on my channel, and today we have an absolutely gorgeous loco. It is this, the Hornby Adams Radial Tank, and I decided to put one of these up mainly because I love them. I think they're beautiful, like, lovely tank engines, but also because it was an absolute steal. Now, this locomotive cost me £67, which is not a lot at all for a premium locomotive with tons of detail. A lot of it is die-cast, and the fact that it is just completely and utterly beautiful, and with a really good mechanism as well. So, I've already had this out, and I still can't see why it's only worth 67. It's worth about 140 quid, which is what the RRP is. But for 67 quid, is this the best locomotive we've got for a steal? Because I've got some really good ones for cheap prices before. I think this certainly could be the best locomotive, probably in the collection as well, considering if you tie all the price and quality and everything together, this is going to be a strong one for the leaderboard. Okay, then, so you can see the front of the box, which is the one I've chosen. As you can see, is the BR Black 30583. This is the preserved locomotive, which is also known as 488 in LS3R green, I believe. But it's actually been repainted. In January 2019, they repainted it into this BR black colour. So if you go to the Bluebell Railway, it will be this colour now. Let's turn over to the back of the box dead quickly. You can see it classified as a 1P. So it isn't the strongest in the world, but in model form it is very heavy. So it's very, very good in terms of its strength. You can give some information there. You can pause that and read it if you like. I won't be giving a history. However, I can tell you that this is the only one of its class left. Was withdrawn in 1961, then bought by the Bluebell Railway. After that, it was only 3 members that actually survived initially. The pre-grouping was 2 which survived pre-grouping. The other one built in about 1946. Those 3 were then the only ones to survive until 1961, when all 3 were withdrawn. The other 2 sadly scrapped, and this one bought by the Bluebell and preserved. So it doesn't run at the minute. It's not ran since about 1990. It's been waiting a boiler for God knows how long. But there is plans to overhaul it. It is currently static display but awaiting overhaul at the Bluebell Railway. So you will have probably seen it run as well. Do some trains and stuff. That's because they always stick it at the front or the back of a train with another loco, so that the loco can look like it's pulling the train, but in fact it's just been pushed. Okay, let's get into the box then. I've already had this open, so that's why everything's in a bit of a random order. See, we've got the absolutely gorgeous loco there. We've got the instructions. Adams Radial Tank. This is obviously the one I chose of the Adams Radial Tanks because this one is actually good, whereas the Oxford Rail one is crap because it doesn't work. I wouldn't say it's crap because it is beautiful and very well detailed, but it doesn't work. And they're not as cheap either for some reason. They're not as bargain-like as this, and this one works and has a good mechanism and stuff, so I don't know why. But I got this from Kernau Model Rail Centre, so if you are thinking of picking up a Adams Radial, unfortunately they've only got the BR Black one at the minute. If you would like to get a green one, you're going to have to pay nearly double the price. I can't get this out. It's very stiff. That's because I've had to put it back in the box. Come on. There we go. Okay, detail pack has launched out. What do we get? I think we've got a couple of spare vacuum pipes and a front coupling, which I think I might be fitting the coupling just because it's easier to stick it in its tank engine. So we've got some brake rigging, which I will not be fitting. So the good job doing sealed bags as well. I probably haven't done the best job of putting this back in, but move that out of the way. Quite a nice material that to keep the locos protected. Move it over towards the shed. And let's take the absolutely gorgeous locomotive out, remove that. Let's pop it just on the track for a couple of seconds. Quite badly, I know. Just removing the packaging. Okay. Bear with, I'm just going to pop everything back in. Brake rigging can stay in the packaging. and second that plastic thing protected it. I've got the detail bag. That detail bag can go with all the other detail bags. Okay, box and the instructions. Right, let's have a look at the loco, which is very heavy indeed for a small tank engine of this size. It is very weighty. Focus camera. There we go. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? 4-4 two-wheel configuration. You can see it's a slightly odd one, but as you can see, we've got these articulated front and rear, bogie and pilot. So let's just say this one works, whereas the Oxford Rail one doesn't. And I know it works because I've just ran it. So sprung buffers as well, which are very nicely sprung. They're not like silly spring. They're gorgeous, those. Cup detail as well, which we'll run through the detail in a second. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? Oh my god. I can't think of anything better than this. This is just so nice. The detail is immense. No box start, separately fitted. I'll stick that back on in a second. Okay. Okay, so I did stick the vacuum pump back on. Well, actually, I had no idea where that one went, so I found another one. So, look how beautiful this looks. I'm going to run through some details. Obviously, we're starting with the sprung buffers at the front. There's plenty separately fitted detail across the whole thing. The boiler, I believe, is die cast. So is the side tanks, which are detail, side panel effect, absolutely lovely cab detail. It's hard to see, but it's all there, and that's why. Look at that. And you've got the rear. Lots of. Got another vacuum pipe at the back. It's just absolutely stunning. Let's just say that. Look at the paintwork. I don't think there's anything really that's wrong with the detail, apart from, like, obviously these little tiny things. Piping, handrails, all there. Lovely. There's that vacuum pipe makeshift one, which actually looks like the one that it comes with, so not half bad job from me. I just want to run it for you on camera. Shall we just do that? Yeah, let's just get this with some coaches and with a friend who can run with it also. Okay, here's the lovely Adams then on the track. What we're going to do is just show a bit of slow speed. It already has been running. Look at that for slow speed. It's actually moving. Very good slow speed. Can it actually go any slower than that? That is a very good slow speed. Smooth, quiet, lovely locomotive. Right, what I've done is I've assembled 4-coach train with 3 of which have got plastic wheels. So this is going to be quite hard for a loco of this size to pull. So should test the strength of this size of locomotive. Move them backwards. Right. I will get another locomotive to join it with those coaches. So we have the Bluebell crew. We have Blackmore Vale. They're pulling the Pullmans. Get him going. Absolutely beautiful locomotive. Right, now it's a test of the Adams' strength. Should we pop over here, see if we can do it. Is it in reverse? Come on, Adams Radial, you can do this. Hey, I think it's I think it's doing it, and Blackmore Vale is pushing one of its coaches. Okay, it's actually handling the coaches not too bad. Doing quite well. On an undulating line, quite badly undulating, and of its size, and only 4 wheels drive it, bear in mind. No traction tyres at all, single one in sight. She isn't doing too badly. So I know, doing very well, and I'm proud of it. Of pulling this many coaches. These coaches are usually struggles to behold by Blackmore Vale. So I'm very proud of it, and it's gorgeous as well. While pulling them, I'm probably only really going to let it pull 2 usually, maybe 3. It is struggling with 4, a little teeny bit, not too much. Don't really want to make it pull this many coaches though. I don't feel it's fair. But look at it. Doing so well. That many coaches. The layout's looking absolutely gorgeous as well. The snow scene, let's move around. That being live. Did I knock that over? I must have done. Here they come. By the way, that squeak is that Mark 1 blood and custard coach. Not blood and custard, chocolate and cream. Not really any wheel slip from the Adams Radial. Not doing too bad, is it? Loving it. Score's going to be quite high for this locomotive, I can tell you. It did twitch a little bit on the other side of the layout, but it's the layout's fault. Come on. Oh, you're a good loco. That's a hill. That's very steep, that, so not doing too bad. That flipping coach have oiled before and it quietened down, but now it's screeching again. It's so annoying. I'm glad to have the Adams at the railway with us. We're going live streaming soon, won't you, Adams Radial? You're gorgeous. Oh, I love her so much. 1885, eh? You thought that pre-grouping locos are so beautiful, but this so are, they're gorgeous. Yeah, get some pictures taken for Instagram and then good Blackmore Vale. These are the Bluebell crew as they're known as, both of whom are positioned on Bluebell. Both are waiting overhaul at the minute, static awaiting overhaul, which is slightly sad, but both preserved, both southern pretty much, both at the Bluebell Railway, and all the better for it, eh? Okay, what are my ratings for the lovely Hornby Adams Radial Tank then? Well, it's got to be a 9 out of 10 for detail. It's gorgeous. And yeah, as you can probably see, there was a very high score here. And I can't think of a nicer locomotive than this, really. I mean, it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Performance, 9 out of 10. It very rarely gets stuck on the undulations. Obviously, the biggest issue with the Oxford Rail is that it can't even move itself across a layout, but mine, it's reasonably powerful. It can pull 4 coaches, 3 of which are old and dated and a bit crap, so these coaches have plastic wheels. It can pull those. In fact, Sam's Trains rated 18 coaches that this locomotive can pull on straight and level track, which means it's very powerful, even without any traction tyres, because it doesn't have any, and it weighs a ton, so can't think of anything better. Overall, the slow speed's brilliant. It's got brilliant set of bearings, massive 5-pole motor stuck in the middle of it. I just can't think of a nicer locomotive with a better mechanism than this in my collection, pretty much. It's brilliant. Quality then, the quality gets a 9 out of 10. Overall, the quality is fabulous. The only issue I had was the vacuum pipe. But apart from that, no complaints whatsoever. It's made of metal. It's got brilliant mechanism inside. It's very, just incredibly good runner, and I can't think of a better quality score than that, except from 10, but I don't think I've got many 10s, so. Finally then, value. Now, if I could, I'd give this £1 million, because why would you not buy this locomotive for £67? £66.99 is the exact number, price-wise, for this locomotive. I think it's ridiculous how cheap this locomotive is. I don't know why it's this inexpensive, but it's probably worth the 140, just about, which is the RRP. For 52.15% off specifically, which is what it's rated at Kernow Model Rail Centre. Go and buy one. Buy the Hornby Adams Radial Tank right now if you want one in your collection. If you don't want the BR livery, then tough. You're going to have to pay about £70 to £90 for the green one. However, no matter how much you pay for under £100 or 120 even, it's worth it. So no matter what price it is, go and get it. Which means I have to give it a 10 out of 10, but if I could, I'd give it way more than that. Overall then, that is a fabulous score of 9.25 out of 10. 9.25 out of 10 means that it is joint second on the leaderboard, just under the J50, which is a very similar priced tank engine with similar detail, except from I don't think the livery is as nice on the J50, however, still another brilliant tank engine. So 2 tank engines at the top of the leaderboard, eh? You would have thought that? Sharing the top spot with, the second place spot, shall I say, with City of Truro by Batman. The only thing that lets that locomotive down is its mechanism, which is a bit below par, and the Adams Radial has a much better mechanism. And the price of the Adams Radial, compared to the City of Truro, means that it should really be a bit more than 9.25 out of 10. But it's a very good score nonetheless, and, well, I'm just baffled by how much I like this locomotive. Brilliant loco, brilliant score. Okay then guys, I hope you've enjoyed watching the lovely Adams Radial Tank run and seen a review of it. This is a brand new loco to my collection. We have a few more on the way this year. I think it's 2 more, which one of them's a Hornby Collectors Club loco, so. But I do have one more unboxing review before the end of the year, which will be on Christmas Day this year. Join us for the live streams on Saturdays at 1 PM, so you can see this locomotive, Blackmore Vale, and all of the others which are down there and in the sidings. Duke of Gloucester's there, and even the over there in the shed. So you can see them all run and have a bit of fun with me along the way. And until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Put the notification bell on, and I'll see you soon for more model railway based content and this absolutely gorgeous Adams Radial Tank.